This first Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened that after Alexander the son of Philip, and that was Philip II, the Macedonian, which he wasn't no Macedonian, he was an Edomite. And the people who really controlled that land, who was really actual Macedonian, was Japhetic people, Hawaiian Samoans and the Tonganese, right? Who came out of the land of Kittim. Now, Kittim is the land of Cyprus today. And the Japhetic people was on that land. Hawaiian Samoans and Tonganese had smitten, and the Macedonia was in Greece, right? It had smitten Darius, the king of the Persians, and the Medes that had reigned in his stead at first over Greece. So that's when them Edomites first started ruling the world, okay? Civilization didn't start with them, okay? The things that they learned was from other nations, mainly us, okay? Mainly the Negro Latinos and Native Americans, okay? They didn't start civilization, okay? Verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. That's what happened when them Edomites came into power, because it was their destiny, right? Pursuing to Daniel's the 7th chapter and Daniel's 2nd chapter, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, right? The resources, in so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted. That's that pride, and his heart was lifted up. His mind was lifted up. Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. Verse 5. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. That's talking about Alexander, right? Verse 6, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and pardoned his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So that's going into them generals, right? Alexander generals, which they had wars, but the ones who survived was of them wars was Cassander, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. So out of that war that they had amongst some generals, those were the ones who survived and split Alexander's kingdom up, right? After he died, carrying on. It says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Verse 8, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. That's talking about the general. Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucus, right? And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them. And many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And that evil was that perpetual hatred towards the Israelites, right? And at that time, it was a southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So that perpetual hatred, right, carried on to the Greek Empire, right? So from all the way from Genesis, here we are in the Greek Empire, and when you read the history of the Maccabees, when we were subject unto the Greeks, which was the Edomites, so-called white people today, we call it straight hell, okay? We call straight hell as a people. So that perpetual hatred carried on into the Greek Empire, right? So let's jump. Let's jump, see what we can get out of this, right? All right, so we're going to Matthew. So in Matthew's, we had no king, right? When you read in the New Testament, we had no king during the time of Matthew's, okay? Wasn't nobody sitting on the throne was acknowledged as an Israelite ruling over the Israelites. It was Edomites that was ruling over us. This is the Roman Empire, right? And it was the Herodians, right? So let's go to, now this is the New Testament right? And we going to, let's go to Matthew, see what we can get out of Matthew. And remember, we didn't have no king at that time. No king sitting on the throne as an Israelite. Then was Edomites sitting on the throne. Herod. Right?
A question.
So I'm going to Matthew, right? So let's see what we can get out of this. This is Matthew chapter 2, verse I started Matthew chapter 2, verse I started verse 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna jump. It says, now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem. So Herod, which was an Edomite, he was ruling over us, okay? He was ruling over us, and the Edomites were ruling over us. Y'all bear with me for a second. Where's my, y'all bear with me for 1 second. All right? Y'all bear with me for 1 second. I gotta wipe my nose running. Alright, we're back in it. So I carry on. Right? It says, this is Matthew chapter 1. It's like Matthew chapter 2, verse 1. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem. Verse 2 saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? Question. For we have seen the star, which was a chariot, in the east, and are come to worship him. Okay? So I'm jumping to verse 12, right? It says, and being warned of Yahweh Shemashah in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed in their own country another way. Right? Verse 13. And when they were departing, behold, an angel of the Lord approached to Joseph in a, it's like I said approach, appeared. Let me read that again. This Matthew 2 and 13. It says, and when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. Now, the reason why they went into Egypt, let's see. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. Let's see what's going on in Egypt. Now, this was before the New Testament. This was before Yahushua was on the scene. Okay? This is 2nd Maccabees, right? 2nd Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. The brethren, the Jews that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Judah, wish unto the brethren, the Jews therein that are throughout Egypt, help and peace. So you had Israelites down in Egypt. Okay, this was before Yahushua was on the scene. And I want to say throughout history, Ptolemy took a lot of Israelites down into Egypt. Okay? So this was before Yahweh Shah was on the scene. What I just read out 2nd Maccabees, the 1st chapter, that was before Yahweh Shah was on the scene. And the Maccabees is part of the Old Testament. So where I'm at now, I'm in the New Testament, right? In Matthew 2 and 13. And when they were departing, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child, which is Yahushua, and his mother, Mary, to flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. So here it is. That's that hatred carrying on in the Roman Empire. Okay, that's the Edomite hatred. Verse 14. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by the night and departed into Egypt. Verse 15. And was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Right? Verse 16. Then Herod, when he had saw that he was mocked of the wise men, lost my spot. Verse 16. The 2nd Maccabees, this is Matthew chapter 2, verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth. He was angry, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So what Herod did was he had called a secret council, right? And he was going to go see the Lord, wished to kill him, but the wise men mocked him. And what he did, he got mad and sent in troops and to kill the babies, right? So that's that hatred. And what he did was put to death a lot of men, children, right? The babies that was going to grow up to be men, he put them to death trying to search out for Yahweh Shah. So that's that perpetual hatred carrying on into the Roman Empire, right? This is verse 17. Then was fulfilled that was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, in Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not. So Ramah, that's towns in Jerusalem to where the babies were getting slaughtered, and Rachel represent the women that was mourning for their children during the time of that slaughter. So there was a great hatred, okay, taking place during that time amongst the children of Israel by them Edomites, which was, Herod was a descendant of an Edomite. He looked like us, but he was a descendant of an Edomite, right? So let me see where I want to. Verse 19. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. Verse 20, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. So they was trying to put Yahweh Shah to death because Herod didn't want Yahweh Shah to be king over Israel. Okay? He didn't want him to be king of Israel. So that was that perpetual hatred carrying on to the Roman Empire. Right? So we let me see something real. Yeah, we jumping. All right, let's go to Revelation, right? See what we can get out of this. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, right? Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. So this horse represents power, and that horse was a representation of Esau Edom. Okay? And power was given unto him that sat upon the. So like, let me read that again. I lost my spot. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereupon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That was their blessing. Going back to Genesis the 27th chapter, right? And power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. So it's going to be division on this earth as long as Esau Edom is ruling. Ain't nobody going to come together and unite as one nation up under Esau Edom. It's always going to be division. Okay? That's not going to happen in Esau Edom rule. Everybody's going to always be divided, and it's going to be wars everywhere all the time because Esau Edom is set up to take peace from the earth. And that's what you see when you watch the news concerning these Edomites, how it's wars brewing everywhere, and it's wars that ain't even seen on the media that's taking place. And it's all by the hands of these Edomites, these so-called white people, man. So you ain't gonna have no peace on this earth as long as these Edomites is ruling, because they're set up to bring division and war and chaos, right? And cause people to fight amongst each other and kill one another, okay? That's what it is. And they killed one another during the time of the Civil War, okay? They did that, these Edomites. So that ain't gonna do nothing but increase more and more and more because these Edomites are moving. So I'll read that again. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereupon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That's Esau Edom. That's the blessing. Verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard a third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. That black horse represent. Now you got to remember, Esau Edom was set up to bring war on the earth and bring division. So that black horse represent economic crisis, famine, okay? Hardship concerning economics, because that's what it was going to be concerning Esau Edom rule. So before Yahweh Shah come back, the economic crisis and famine is going to continue and get worse, okay? And he had set on him and had a pair of balance in his hand. So there you go, man. It's going to be inflation. It's going to be famine and basically an economic crisis. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, okay? Concerning Esau Edom rulership. So that perpetual hatred, right, is still carrying on to this day because Esau Edom is going to cause that famine, and he's going to cause an economic crisis, and it's going to be detrimental to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans because you depend on Esau Edom for one of all things, and he's doing it because he want to wipe you out and because he got a perpetual hatred towards you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, right?